Councilman Phillips.
Throughout this year, we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of this incredible country. And on a cold January day, 65 years ago, I may be the only one in this room that remembers it, but John F. Kennedy was sworn in as our president. So I thought I'd begin tonight with the closing words from his inaugural address. In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility, I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it, and the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. Finally, whether you are citizens of America or citizens of the world, ask of us here the same high standards of strength and sacrifice which we ask of you. With a good conscience, our only sure reward, with history the final judge of our deeds, let us go forth to lead the land we love, asking his blessing and his help, but knowing that here on earth, God's work will truly be our own. Join me now for the pledge to our flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
The Honorable Greg Knudsen, Mayor.
I am right here.
Harold Phillips, Councilmember First Ward.
Present.
Shelton Ponder, Councilmember First Ward. Kelly Wren Posel, Councilmember Second Ward.
Present.
Adam Travis, Councilmember Second Ward.
Present.
Kevin Graham, Councilmember Third Ward.
Present.
Jeff Watt, Councilmember Third Ward.
Present.
Gene Gintrip, Councilmember Fourth Ward.
Present.
Michael Hagan, Councilmember Fourth Ward.
Present.
All right. HDLI.
It's important to remember that HLI was built from strong partnerships, beginning with the City of Liberty and the volunteers who laid the foundation for the work we continue today. As Gordon had shared, HLI began with volunteers, people who believed in a stronger downtown and worked hand in hand with the city to make it possible. Their dedication is the reason we are an accredited Main Street program. Tonight, as we celebrate 20 years of progress, we honor people like Gordon and many others who laid the foundation and who continue to guide and support us today. Over the last 20 years, the partnership between HDLI and the city and our volunteers has transformed downtown Liberty. Today, we are a nationally accredited Main Street program within a successful business district, strong community engagement, and a full calendar of events that bring people downtown year-round. These accreditation standards reflect why our partnership with the city is so important. To remain an accredited Main Street program, HLI must demonstrate strong leadership, sustainable funding, historic preservation development, and measurable results. Accreditation is how we hold ourselves accountable. Each year, we are evaluated against national standards in downtown revitalization. The city's support is essential in helping us meet these standards, ensuring our work remains intentional, transparent, and impactful for the entire community. The Main Street approach is the model that guides our work. The 4 points: economic vitality, design, promotion, and organization work together to strengthen our economy, enhance appearance, grow its identity, and build partnership and resources needed for long-term success. HLI's transformational strategy focuses on making downtown more welcoming for families and residents through activities, extended business hours, and family-centered events. Our design team, Karen Ritter is our leader, thank you for coming, is about creating a downtown area that feels welcoming, enhances the visitor experience, and reflects on historic identity. This year, we added new open flags to support businesses, installed 2 more utility cabinet wraps, seasonal plantings, holiday decor, and kept our sidewalks safe and clean. These improvements directly support foot traffic, business visibility, and the district's overall appeal. These flags aren't just decorative. They help businesses get seen, get noticed, get customers through the door. We strengthen downtown's identity while boosting visibility for shops, restaurants, and our museums. You can now see them throughout the downtown, creating a unified look that draws people in. It's a simple design improvement with a big impact. This project is one of our favorite design initiatives because it celebrates students, public art, and the community pride. 2 new wraps were installed last year along Mill Street, chosen through a community voting process. The winning designs, Outer Space and Flowers of Missouri, were created by students from both Liberty High Schools. With support from the Liberty Arts Commission and the Community Improvement District, this project continues to add color and creativity to our downtown streetscape. The Economic Vitality Team supports our businesses, strengthens relationships with property owners, and plans for long-term growth. From economic quarterly reports to Booms Tracker development and our continued collaboration with the city on vacancies, the EV team helps keep downtown moving forward. One of our favorite economic vitality wins this year is Liminality. They opened in 2022 at 10 West Kansas Street and have continued to grow, adding fresh squeezed lemonades and juices to their offerings. This fall, they were awarded a $10,000 Main Street America Express grant, a national recognition that highlights both their entrepreneurship and strength of our downtown business community. I also wanted to highlight Main Street and Goodies for celebrating 15 years. Gail and her granddaughter Jordan have created a shop featuring antiques, crystals, and vintage treasures. Their commitment to downtown and the community's commitment to them shows how strong and resilient our small business ecosystem is. Our organization team ensures that HLI is strong, sustainable, and well supported. This year, we maintained our state and national Main Street accreditation, strengthened our financial and administrative operations, managed the farmers market, continued youth engagement through the Network 53 internship program with the school district, and continue to recruit and celebrate our volunteers who make so much of our work possible. This year, we received a Missouri Main Street Award in 2024 for our district rebranding. I had the privilege of presenting at the state conference on youth engagement, and HLI will be featured in the Missouri Main Street Coffee Table book this year. Through ongoing trainings, Missouri Main Street and Main Street America, we continue to grow, and yes, we are an accredited Main Street program, placing Liberty among the best of the best Main Street communities in the state of Missouri and across the country. That slide doesn't look the greatest. I want to thank all of our donors and partners. Your support helps us maintain accreditation, grow our programs, and sustain the staff and volunteers who make our work possible. Our 2025 donor campaign raised more than $20,000, and we're deeply grateful to every individual, business, and organization investing in HLI and downtown. The 2025 Farmers Market shows what happens when community and commerce comes together. with Aaron Erdman, our farmers market manager, leading the market operations for the past 4 years, and HLI's promotion and social media guru. We held 25 market days, welcoming 41 local vendors and 10 youth entrepreneurs. Many longtime vendors shared that this was their most successful season ever. The market continues to operate the SNAP and token programs maintained by the partnership with Compost Collective as a bin swap site. The Little Sprouts Corner and Weekly Musicians created a welcoming family environment, and we partnered with more than 20 organizations throughout the season. Special events like the Pumpkin Festival, Christmas in July, and the Wellness Weekends added energy and variety. Most importantly, the market drives economic impact downtown. More than 60 zip codes are attending the market. 93% of the shoppers report visiting businesses downtown before or after the market. It remains one of the strongest contributors to our district's vitality. Through the Main Street 53 High School Internship Program, downtown becomes a real-world learning environment. In fall of 2025, we onboarded Abby, a journalism-focused intern who works weekly on downtown business interviews, writing, photography, and story development. Her content is featured on our website and social media outlets. We were also fortunate to have William Jewell student Riley Fraser Smith serving on our board in 2025. Riley completed the Missouri Main Street 101 training, managed the annual board assessment, supported the donor campaign, and helped us prepare for events. Our volunteers give their time, their energy, their ideas, and their commitment, not because they have to, but because they care and want to be involved. From our board members and team leaders who support and guide us every day to our team members, project volunteers, and event crews, they keep our organization moving. We had more than 5,300 volunteer hours in 2025, valued at nearly $180,000. Many of you in this room have personally helped HCLI in ways big and small, and it means more than me than you will ever know. I'm so thankful for each person who has stood beside us and helped make our work possible. The promotion team positions our downtown Liberty as the center of the community. This year, we hosted a full lineup of events, strengthened district branding, and introduced new Stop Here signage. We expanded our email, texting, social media, print, and web outreach, and continue to support our community partners by promoting their events across our platforms. We had another strong year of impact. We hosted more than 45 events, including the Farmers Market, welcomed 20,000 plus attendees to our ticketed events, and our digital reach continues to grow. Our family-focused events are about more than activities. They're about creating moments. Moments where kids are laughing, playing yard games. Moments where they interact with art during our block parties. Moments where the little ones chase bubbles on Main Street. From block parties to the farmers market weekends, these experiences make downtown Liberty a place where families feel welcome, connected, and excited to return. Our resident-focused events not only create great experiences, they generate meaningful support for our local businesses and serve as fundraisers for us. Let's Wine About Winter, Witches Brew, Christmas in July Beer Crawl, and our new Let's Flamingo event bring thousands of adults downtown to shop, dine, and explore. Our new event Stop Here signage might look simple, but it has a big impact. It creates those moments where visitors pause and immediately know where to go because they looked around and saw the signage. Each sign also includes a QR code that links to a Google map for the event, make it even easier for people to navigate and find businesses. A small change that's making downtown easier, more enjoyable to explore. We are incredibly grateful for our partnership with the City of Liberty. For the 2 decades, the city has stood beside HTLI through shared goals, collaboration, and a commitment to a thriving downtown. Together, we have created events, supported small businesses, improved streetscapes, and strengthened downtown's identity. The city's investment makes our staffing, programming, training, marketing, and promotions possible. The city's investment helps us maintain our accredited Main Street program. In 2026, we will strengthen downtown Liberty through America 250 design projects, business support, booms, data, development, expanding the farmers market, strengthening the donor and volunteer engagement, and preparing for the World Cup. Our teams will also continue their ongoing work across design, economic vitality, promotion, and organization to support the businesses, enhance the district, and keep downtown active year-round. Looking ahead to the next 20 years, we see a downtown that remains rooted in history and open to new opportunity. A place where small businesses thrive. Public spaces invite connection. Events draw people of all ages, and a historic character continues to shine. And so I ask, what new stories will we tell? What improvements will we create? What goals will we set and accomplish together? With strong partnerships, dedicated volunteers, and a shared belief in what downtown can be, we can do it together. Thank you for your support. Follow us and get involved.
Thank you. All right. First item is the consent agenda.
Move its approval. Second.
Been a motion second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, consent agenda passes unanimously. The next item is an ordinance amending Chapter 30 Unified Development Ordinance of the Code of the City of Liberty, Clay County, Missouri, P&Z Case 25-57A.
Thank you. This is an application to amend our Unified Development Ordinance to allow a historic legacy district. The idea of a historic legacy district came from the 2024 Garrison Task Force. The task force felt it was important to honor areas of significant historic and cultural importance, even where the original physical structures may no longer exist. Unlike standard historic districts, these designations focus on commemorating the legacy and history of a site, providing a formal, recognized status for a location's heritage without enforcing strict architectural preservation regulations. This is the definition that will be added to the code. The area to be nominated must meet the criteria outlined in the proposed code, in that most of all of the physical attributes relevant to the historical significance no longer exist, and that it is culturally significant either as an important area for the community, a site of a local or national event, or a place associated with a person of significance. The path for nomination includes notifying the property owners within the district of the nomination, as well as the general public, to attend a public hearing at the Historic District Review Commission and City Council. The establishment of a historic legacy district shall in no way alter the uses permitted by the existing zoning, land use, or future development of the property. And that means a certificate of appropriateness will not be required for properties within the legacy district. The primary purpose is to honor and educate the public, create landmarks, and ensure the story of a site is not forgotten. These are ways that might identify an area that is a historic legacy district, and those will be determined as they come through and perhaps with the nominating group. This code amendment was reviewed by the Historic District Commission at their meeting on November 4th, and a public hearing was held on December 9th at Planning and Zoning Commission. Both commissions voted unanimously in favor of the proposal. If approved this evening, staff will be bringing forward a nomination for our first historic legacy district next month. This application does require a public hearing.
So we have to, this is here on first reading too. This is here on first reading.
No.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Sharp?
I had one if I could.
Yeah.
I'm just, with this, Ms. Sharp, is this just a way for us to be able to recognize and highlight historic properties in certain parts of the community? Since there's no weight things carried to them, it's just a way for us to help recognize them more.
Right,
correct?
honor them, educate the community that that area or history exists.
Very good, thank you.
You said it does need a public hearing?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to open the public hearing. Anyone wish to come forward and speak on this issue? We're going to close the public hearing.
To waive the rules, consider on first reading.
I think it's- isn't it already there?
No, that's. Move to approve.
Move to approve then. Move it along.
I'll
I,
second that.
I heard what you said, Councilman Phillips. I'm sorry you were rudely interrupted by Councilman Grant and Hagan.
Move
Some
to
things
approve.
always.
You think one of them could second it?
I second it.
I think
Oh,
I
thank
actually-
you, Councilman.
I think I actually moved to
Posel.
approve it.
You're welcome.
The wheels have fallen off already.
That did take a
All
while.
those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, ordinance passes unanimously and is approved by the mayor. The next item is ordinance acknowledging vendor payments for the period of December the 5th, 2025 to January the 2nd, 2026.
Move their approval. Second.
The motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Councilmember Phillips?
Yes.
Councilmember Ponder? Councilmember Posel?
Yes.
Councilmember Travis?
Yes.
Councilmember Graham?
Yes.
Councilmember Watt?
Yes.
Councilmember Gintrip?
Yes.
Councilmember Hagan?
Yes.
Ordinance to approve vendor payments passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. The next item is ordinance amending the official zoning map of the city of Liberty, Missouri by rezoning 7.04 acres from R1A to PD. This is case P&Z Case 25-58R and PDP. It's here on second reading. Ms. Sharp.
Thank you. We did hold the public hearing for this case on November 24th. At that time, since then, the applicant and staff have worked together. The applicant is here in the audience, and they would like to come forward and show you the amendment, the changes that they're proposing this evening. It's a PDF, so scroll.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Happy New Year to everybody. It's a pleasure speaking with you this evening about Liberty Hills Townhomes. As Ms. Sharp had said, we appreciate the feedback and the discussion that we've had. We've taken that back. We've incorporated a lot of the feedback and better clarified some of the items that previously were in the design, but we've sort of provided some additional clarity to that. We have a few different slides, I believe, that are in front of you that were previously submitted. I'd like to go ahead and highlight some of the changes and clarifications and specifications here. One of the things I'd like to highlight, there's a number of things going on within the slide that you see in front of you. I'd like to first start by highlighting the trees that have been added. These trees were really brought together. We've already submitted our FDP, so a lot of these trees were incorporated in the FDP. As you can see, we've added trees along Camille Street. We've also added trees along North Church Road. Those trees do two things. They provide both visual separation as well as a physical barrier. You can also see that the two buildings at the beginning of the community are set back a little bit. There's trees lining the entrance to provide really a separation between Camille Street and the entrance of the community. And we also have a cluster of trees that provide some privacy for the first building as you enter the community. One of the other items that we spoke about was the retaining wall and the fencing. So the 3-rail steel guard that you see here is going to be the retaining wall that is going to be the fence that goes around the retaining wall. So we've gone ahead and specified that in the PDP as well as the FDP. We talked a lot over the past few times about building facades. So I think one of the things we want to do is clarify what was originally submitted, as well as sort of show you where we've added some different materiality, some of the fiber cement board to the building. Everywhere where you see red is a facade that has fiber cement on it. We've especially taken time for some of the buildings that are in the high-touch areas that has fiber cement. That would be at the entrance to the community, the side of the two buildings on the entrance to the community. At the end of the community, so from North Church, if you're coming around the curve, you can go ahead and see the side of this building, as well as adjacent to the dog park. Plus all the fronts of the buildings have fiber cement. All the sides of the buildings have fiber cement. And all the rears have fiber cement. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to show you a little bit more pictures to sort of highlight a little bit more of the materiality here. So we went over this previously. This is the front of the buildings. We have a various color scheme that goes throughout, so it's not monochromatic. It'll feel different through the community. This is all fiber cement on the front of the building. So this is the rear of the buildings, a depiction of the rear of the buildings. What you can see here is that we have fiber cement shake on all the rear of the building, and there's also vinyl in other aspects of the rear of the building. One of the things we just want to highlight is that not because of some of the hilly nature of this site, not every one of the townhomes in the rear are going to have patios like this. Some of them are going to have decks that will be elevated right off of the living area. I also want to talk about the rezoning that's proposed here. This is rezoning that's proposed as a PD, listing some of the issues that the community has seen in other townhome communities. We took the recommendation of working with the staff and rezoning this as a PD. A PD provides several advantages for everybody here. One, this is going to work as one lot. Townhomes and buildings cannot be separated from the community and sold individually. We can't sell individual buildings. We can't sell individual townhomes. It's going to work as one overall community that works together. What this means is that with a single ownership, the owner is going to maintain the overall community and enforce community rules. Think about it like an HOA. HOA type rules and benefits. We'll have trash and recycling cans that will be uniform. And in a similar community that we have after trash day, people have to bring their trash cans and their recycling cans back into their garages. One of the reasons we have 2-car garages here, so there's additional space. There's gonna be one company that's in charge of lawn care service, one company that's in charge of plowing and snow clearing. We're gonna have one property manager that's gonna be on site and maintenance that's gonna be taking care of the entire community. Vehicle registration, pet registration, so it really works as a whole community together, and that's one of the things that the PD does. I also want to highlight some differences between townhomes and apartment communities. Townhome communities have about 50% less turnover in their residents than apartment communities. For townhome communities, we typically see between 25 and 30% turnover on an annual basis, versus apartment communities that are between 50 and 55% turnover on an annual basis. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions?
I appreciate the information, particularly interested in the kind of that unified ownership approach that you're talking about. In that, is there actually going to be an HOA, or is it just going to be kind of run by the owner?
It's run by the owner. There's no HOA because there's no homeowners association.
Right.
It's to sort of. I think it's the best thing that you might be able to equate it to. It's one owner. There's going to be one property management company that will have managing the entire property, and we'll have a property manager and maintenance folks on board.
Okay. And then kind of related to that, you mentioned that obviously it's going to be unified in ownership and they won't be sold individually, but nothing lasts forever, right? Say 20 years from now, and this may be a question more from a sharp, but what would it take to dissolve that unified ownership and make them individual units that could be purchased? And what would any of that have to come through us?
I don't want to answer for Mrs. Sharp,
That-
but she'll tell me if I'm wrong. We would have to come back through and we would have to resubmit. It would have to be replatted, and any replat of we'd have to be rezoned and replatted. So anything would have to go back through the same process like we're doing now. We'd have to go back through planning and zoning, and we'd have to come back in front of the council requesting that.
Yeah, that's what I assumed as well. Okay. Did we get it close?
The reason he was able to answer that so well is because we do have this discussion with them on the front end, so
Okay.
that they know that if this is the path they're taking, that it could be challenging to make it different. We require that each lot have access to public sewer, water, and an improved road network, which can be a challenge if the roads are private, if the water lines have not been built to give public access to each building. So it really has to be done correctly on the front end in order to be able to split it off later in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Couple questions. You talk about you're gonna use a management company to oversee this?
Yes.
But you're gonna have a manager actually living in one of the units then, you said, on site?
Well, I don't know if they'll live there or not,
Okay.
but we will have a manager that will be present in the community, as well as a maintenance person living in the community. We have a similar community that we own in Smithville that's about this size, and the manager actually does happen to live on site there.
I just wanted, cause you'd made comment about being on site, so I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right,
Make a motion to move its approval.
Second.
been a motion second, any discussion? All's in favor, raise your right hand. All's opposed? Ordinance passes. Next item is a resolution of the City of Liberty, Clay County, Missouri, declaring a moratorium on multifamily developments in the City of Liberty, and that such moratorium remain in effect for 6 months unless extended or replaced by an amending ordinance. To bring some sanity to the process. Yes, sir.
If I could just ask in this moratorium, what are we trying to get to?
Well, one thing we're gonna try to get to is not having vinyl siding on anything in multifamily projects in the city. And we're gonna try to make sure that we have some standards and, building requirements of multifamily units that will stand the test of time, so we're not left with rotting and aging multifamily, units and developments and projects that end up costing the city a great deal of time and effort in dealing with. So, that's the rationale behind this. We're trying to stop basically the Spring Avenue duplexes. They've been
we-
devastating to the community.
Have we had any projects come through though recently? I mean, I'm truly trying to understand where
I think
we're
we just
going.
approved one about 10 seconds ago that had vinyl siding on it. Yeah.
Pieces of vinyl, not all vinyl.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll have a good, healthy debate and discussion about what we want to see on multifamily units, but, you know, I think that this subject has been ripe for discussion for a long time. You know, every day I get in my car and I get my cup of coffee and I drive around the city, and I see the numerous multifamily units that have become in a state of dilapidated condition, that are in need of repair, that have out of town and often out of state owners, where our police often have to go to, where we have constant calls for domestic violence, for basically just some conditions because out-of-town owners and out-of-state owners just simply don't keep their properties up. And I think that, you know, what you start with dictates ultimately what you have 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, and I want to make sure that we have really good quality construction. And I think that in the past, I think if you just look at what other cities do, other cities have great standards. Other cities, what we're going to talk about are things that other cities do, and I think that it's reasonable, it's rational, and it's something that we ought to discuss. So that's the reason. I don't think it's going to actually take 6 months. We have a study session set on February the 2nd. So, you know, I'm hoping that this is going to be something that we finish by the end of February, so that we're not holding people up. We got Mr. Davis out here and another person out here that, both have come through with projects. Mr. Davis, I believe, is getting ready to resubmit something. And, I think we're gonna be pleasantly surprised with what he has, and we've met with him, and I know I've met with her, and she's, got something that I think would pass probably all the reasonable regulations and restrictions that we would have on it. But that's the reason for it. I mean, go and look at any apartment complex in Liberty that's more than about 40 years old. And, you know, you don't have to go any farther than the old Colonial Hotel to see that, you know, people are drinking and drunk at, 10 a.m. and, we have problems there. We have problems in a lot of the areas. We have entire areas of this community where, we have, like I said, out of town and often out of state owners of properties. I mean, this gentleman that just came before you, I suspect that for as long as he owns it, it'll probably be a relatively fine place to live. And then at some point, he's gonna sell it. And then we're gonna have, an out-of-state owner, and they're gonna be in New York, and they're gonna have a management company here, and you hear about this all over the country. And I just wanna make sure that we do this in a thoughtful way and in a rational way, and, we'll have a good, healthy discussion, and then you all can decide, what type of quality construction you'd like to see. And, maybe we'll say we don't want vinyl in this community. Maybe we'll say we want a certain type of architecture. I don't know. But I think that having a good discussion about this would be wise at this point.
I think you answered my question about the 6 months. I'm hearing you say it could be much less than 6 months.
I think that if we have a study session on the 2nd and we have a good, healthy discussion about what we want to see, I don't see any reason why we can't give direction to staff to come back, and it would be something that would happen much quicker than that.
Very good, thank you.
So how will this impact I understand the exceptions in section 2, but I also understand that there are at least, there's a project, and I don't know enough about it to say with any really, education on it, that there's a project going tomorrow night in front of P&Z. So will that project be put on hold subject to the moratorium or not? I mean, is that project still gonna go forward tomorrow?
The project that's coming forward tomorrow at Planning Commission is a land use amendment to the city's comprehensive plan future land use map, and it is not a formal preliminary development plan or final development plan application. And as this is written, that would not be considered in the queue, so to speak, unless you'd like to make an amendment to
Is that yours?
include that.
We've met with that particular developer, and I think that what she's proposing is probably gonna be acceptable under any of the conditions that it seems to be a good project, and I think that what we've told her is that our intention is to move this quickly enough that it will not interfere with the project.
So will they still move forward tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it is a land use amendment, and our city attorney, Mr. Kapke, has said that land use amendments are not, applications of preliminary development plan or final development plan. So staff and Mr. Kapke agree that that is not covered on this moratorium. However, the future rezoning application would be on hold as it's written tonight.
Okay. And I'm sorry, who's the applicant on that one? Okay. Is it okay to address it?
Sure, absolutely.
Ms. Sieber.
Hearing what you're hearing, are you comfortable with what we're saying? Do we need to make any type of amendment to this, or are you comfortable with where we're going?
No, I'm not comfortable, because the land use amendment tomorrow that will also go through on the 26th is only specific to the land use. So even if that gets approved, at that city council session, I'm still prohibited from going forward with the preliminary plat, rezoning, or final plat. I wouldn't even be able to start that process until after the moratorium is lifted. So if you'd be open to that revision for the exceptions, then
I think that we've met with her. I'm comfortable with, if you wanna
make that amendment?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Ms. Sharp, do you have suggested language that would encompass that approach?
I do have, yeah, I'm sure we could come up with something, yes.
Okay.
I believe there were people who wanted to speak on this item, and
Well-
perhaps while they speak, I can
Yeah.
work on something for you.
And to be clear, I mean, it's still, the public will have to be notified, I mean, there's still,
There's a whole process. They
right,
just get
right,
to
right, right,
engage
right,
in
right,
that
because there's still
process.
neighbors that need to be notified,
Sure.
that may or may not be happy with
Yep.
what's being presented, so we wanna make sure everybody is,
I just don't wanna see anybody stop that's already in the pipeline somewhere.
well, I think it depends on what's in the pipeline. I mean, if you had a, I mean, I think that what they're proposing is, it seems to be something that I think that if you all decide that you wanna have multifamily on that site, I think you will be, it would be an acceptable project. So I don't think there's any problem. What she has presented seems to, would comply with reasonable restrictions and on product and building material. So do we meet next week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Do you want, rather than do this on the fly, would you rather wait, or would you rather have, I hate it when we vote to do something that, where the language isn't specific, unless you have something that you wanna,
How many project, if we wait 2 weeks, how many projects will be impacted by that you're aware of?
None, we don't, our application cycle is the first Friday of the month, so we wouldn't accept new applications until then, so.
is that all right with you?
February.
I just wanted to get the language right.
That's fine.
Is that, go ahead, Councilman.
Yes, I think one, I think that's fine. Two, given your statements and kind of keep our feet to the fire, should we also consider limiting this maybe to 3 months instead of 6? I mean, that still gives us till April if something goes crazy, but at least compresses the timeline and keeps us
Yeah, that's
from
fair.
sticking it out.
That's fair.
I was gonna say even 60 days if we're talking about a February study and pushing it forward.
Well, this is when, as I'm always very cognizant of staff time and asking them to do things, is that interfering with your ability to get what we need done?
I think the difficulty is knowing how involved you're going to wanna be in these design criteria. I have design criteria I've already started drafting.
Yeah.
But until I bring it to you on the 2nd, I don't know whether it's going to be sufficient or you're going to really want more specifics. In that case, we may have to hire a consultant team that this is what they do. So while
I
my
don't-
goal is to have
I
it
think
very
we're gonna
short.
be able to get this done without a consultant team.
I think if you guys come up with a conclusion on February 2nd, we'll be okay.
I think so too.
Be okay with 60 days or 90?
I mean, again, if we are, the way the moratorium is written is that it goes away once we pass legislation. So as soon as we move forward with that code amendment,
Yeah.
we're able to lift the moratorium.
I mean, we may wanna discuss where the multifamily, I mean, there are a few other issues related to this, right? I mean, if we want, where we want multifamily, things of that nature. So it may be a little bit more complicated than just doing, but as a practical matter, do you think we're gonna be harming anybody if we do 90 days?
I just wanna be able to get it done correctly.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how detailed you wanna be with these design standards and
I mean,
so.
if we get good direction by the 2nd,
Right.
we could probably have it on the 16th of February.
I don't know about that.
I was waiting for
Hey,
that.
you know what? You know what? That sounds like somebody that's not actually writing it, right?
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
We go 90, we can still shoot for
We
60.
can always pull
Yeah,
back.
But
We
I'd
can
rather
always
not
pull
just
back.
keep kicking the can.
Otherwise it
After
looks-
60, we fail and have to do another one.
I agree. All right. You wanna, let's
What
do
I'm
it.
saying, Mayor, is Kat's good at her job.
But just table this until next meeting. and
Yeah, I
let
think we'll
Kat
come
up
back
with
and
Proper language.
I think we'll get the language right so that we're,
Okay, and 3 months then is what
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
mhm.
Okay, thank you. We do need a motion to postpone.
Move to postpone to,
Second.
sorry.
Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak on this before we take it off the table? Or put it on the
Do
table?
you all still wanna speak? That's what I figured.
No.
I don't know who else might be here.
Happy to, or happy to postpone.
You can only talk yourself into not being excluded.
All right, very good, sir. Then I will sit quietly.
Wise man.
Okay, is there,
Move to postpone to January 26th.
Second.
Is that the right date?
Yeah.
26th? Okay.
there's been a motion second to postpone. All in favor, raise your right hand. All's opposed. The ordinance is postponed. Next item is ordinance approving contract with AGC Engineers for the 412 Belmont Street stormwater, or storm sewer improvements, project 52-028, an amount not to exceed $43,720.
Move to waive the rules, consider on first reading.
Second.
Been a motion second to waive the rules and consider our first reading. All's in favor, raise your right hand. All's opposed, motion to waive the rules passes unanimously.
Move its approval.
Second.
Been a motion and a second, any discussion? All's in favor, raise your right hand. All's opposed, ordinance passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. The next item is an ordinance amending chapter 20 motor vehicles and traffic of the Code of City of Liberty, Clay County, Missouri.
Move to waive the rules, consider on first reading.
Second.
There's been a motion second to waive the rules and consider our first read. All in favor, raise your right hand. All's opposed, motion to waive the rules passes unanimously.
Move its approval.
Second.
Been a motion second to approve the ordinance. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed, ordinance passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. The next item is an ordinance approving an agreement with the Liberty Hospital Foundation for the 2026 presenting sponsorship of the Run Liberty Series events in an amount not to exceed $30,000.
Move to waive the rules, consider this on first read.
Second.
Been a motion second to waive the rules and consider on first read. All in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed, motion to waive the rules passes unanimously.
Move its approval.
Second.
Been a motion second, any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed, ordinance passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. The next item is ordinance approving a services agreement with Datafly Analytics for visitor spending and lodging data in an amount not to exceed $28,055.
Move to waive the rules, consider on first read.
Second.
Been a motion second to waive the rules and consider our first read. All in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed, motion to waive the rules passes unanimously.
Move its approval.
Second.
Been a motion and a second to approve the ordinance. All in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed, ordinance passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. The next item is an ordinance approving a cooperative agreement with the city of Kansas City, Missouri for the Northeast 104th Street improvements from North Church Road west to the city limits in an amount not to exceed $2,371,322.
Move to waive the rules, consider on first read.
Second.
Motion and second to waive the rules and consider first read. All in favor, raise your right hand. All is opposed? Did you want to vote for?
I voted for it.
You did, okay, okay, okay.
Sorry.
Whoa.
We had hired an extension.
So the motion to waive the rules passed unanimously. Is there, which is the motion?
Move its approval.
Second.
Motion second. All right, before we vote on this, I want everybody in the public to understand at home that's watching this, and that is, that this is all contingent on the developer agreement that we have with the developer, the agreement that the developers of Montage, which is now Aviera, they have agreed that they will through their the tax incentives that we've given them as one of their capital costs will be the matching of Kansas City for this amount of money. So I just want to be clear that this is all contingent on that. The City of Liberty has not agreed to spend that money absent the funding from the developer. And so just wanted to make that very clear. We had an agreement. Yeah, we worked this out with the developer. They have been great to work with on this. We worked with Kansas City to provide for essentially half of the funding. They don't quite, on the north side of the road, when you get to the Hosanna Lutheran Church, the City of Liberty owns that part of the property, so they own, it's about 88.5% of the northern side is what's owned by Kansas City, so that's the percentage that they're paying for of the estimated overall amount. As McIntyre has built into the budget, anticipated inflation. And so we have a little time, but the developer has anticipated that they'll build it in 2027 and that they'll come back and subsequently build the roundabout in 2028. So I just wanted people to understand at home that City of Liberty isn't agreeing to pay half the cost unless the development actually does occur, and then the developer will be paying that as part of their overall tax incentive package that we've given the developer. So just wanted to make that clear to everybody. Yes, sir.
Has Kansas City already voted on and approved their share?
Have they voted on it yet?
Not this time yet, no.
When did they do that?
I don't know their exact schedule. I know that they have, their funding cycle, budget year goes from May 1st, so they want to encumber a good part of this money this year with this fiscal year. So, they have this agreement, and hopefully they're proceeding on their diligent time frame as far as their processes go.
I think, are they getting it for 2 pots of money, or is it PIAC and something else, or is it?
It's all their capital sales tax, so
Okay.
some of that is what their PIAC, it's all runs through their citizens participation group for their sales tax, for their capital sales tax. Each council district gets so much money that they can spend on projects they wanna spend, so some of that is probably coming from their district council funding, as well as other funding sources that they have available.
Right, Councilman Willett, Councilman O'Neill have both been in discussions. We met with the school district and the city and the developers, and Kansas, all of us worked and met and ironed this out. So, they've already agreed to it. Kansas City frankly is pushing for it. And so I don't anticipate there being a problem on the Kansas City side.
And one other question, so obviously a roundabout is part of the plan. I'm curious, like how many lanes from the roundabout west on 104th? Maybe like just a turn lane in the middle?
The roundabout will just be a lane in and lane out, so it's just a 2-lane roadway with turn bays as needed. It's very similar to the section that's already there in Kansas City. That's kind of continuity of the roadway, other than we'll have newer pavement. Theirs is getting a little older now. They've
Right.
had their project done for a few years. So, I mean, the
think
project
it's a
will look
traffic-
seamless. The project will look pretty much seamless, so that you really probably won't know you're going from one city to the next.
Thank you.
A quick question, and is that bus friendly then, with the way that's configured?
Excuse me, what?
Is that bus friendly? I mean, we're gonna have buses with the school area?
Like I said, it will hold up buses. It's not gonna have bus pullouts or anything like that, but.
I think you're
like I said,
talking about the
really-
roundabout, or you're talking about the?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
more
the
with
roundabouts? Oh, yeah, that will be
thinner area
designed.
and that, and
No, the roundabout will be designed to accommodate, buses and, fire equipment and so forth. The roundabout's a separate project.
Got it, okay. Apologies.
Thank you. All in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed? Ordinance passes unanimously as approved by the mayor. Mr. Winston.
Say happy birthday to Sharon.
Sherry, happy birthday!
Where else would you wanna be on your birthday?
Yeah, right.
This is now time for citizens' participation. Would anybody like to come forward? This is the end of citizens' participation.
The only thing that I have, I think Mr. Phillips will talk about, but we are kicking off American CPC this Friday.
We have a great concert starting this Friday. I don't want to steal your thunder. Second Baptist Church, Friday night, 7:30. I got to hear, what's it called? You'll Be Back?
You'll be back.
You'll Be Back. I heard
Hamilton.
King George III singing to me today, You'll Be Back. Danny Belcher was singing. It's going to be a tremendous concert, 7:30. Everybody who's there will get a gift certificate or gift coupon card for shopping in downtown Liberty. They'll be entered into a drawing for the HDLI Christmas ornament, which was Second Baptist Church, which celebrated the 100th anniversary of that building. But the best thing is they will get a great concert of singers who graduated from William Jewell College, Liberty High School, patriotic music, great music. It's going to be a fabulous evening, kickoff to America 250 in Liberty. So I'm sure the mayor will want to say a little bit more. I also want to mention that throughout the year, there's an opportunity to work on a Clay County Challenge Medallion to promote civics. That would be a tremendous opportunity for those of us, especially around this dais, the city council. And I left some information about how you can earn that medallion. Only have to complete a total of 7 points worth of items, and probably for most of us, we can do that before we go to bed tonight. And I'd like to challenge us to complete these, and perhaps by the second session of April, perhaps we could have a group presentation and show that we have earned this medallion as part of our civics re-engagement, and show that we're setting an example. So, anyway, a great opportunity to be part of it. I'm sorry?
Where do we turn in our completion forms on?
If you go to thank you, go to claycounty250.org. There's a form you can fill out that you show how you've completed these various items, and Scott Wagner will help complete all of that, and we'll coordinate with the city and
Awesome.
help us make the presentation. Thank you.
Will you also talk a little bit about, you just orchestrated with David Gale, the
Yes.
developer that we've just been talking about for Aviara, that with the Truman Library, that's a recent addition to the America 250 in Liberty. Maybe you just talk a little bit about that, because that's pretty neat.
Yeah, the Truman Presidential Museum is hosting original documents, the stories of us. This year, some original documents, the Louisiana Purchase. I'm just going to name a few of the Louisiana Purchase, the Missouri Compromise, the Dred Scott decision, the German surrender in 1945, the Truman Doctrine, just a number of these original documents that are being housed in Washington. They're kind of making a pilgrimage in various locations. They will be at the Truman Museum, and Aviara is sponsoring an evening for Liberty to be at the Truman Museum. I think it's on May the
12th?
On May the 12th, and that's on May the 12th. Registered, we can be there, visit the museum, see these documents. But then in March, at the Withers branch, we'll be having a lecture, a presentation that evening about these documents and why they are so special. And that'll be open to anybody that wants to come to that. And Aviara will be sponsoring that for us to be a part of that with snacks and refreshments, working with the Truman Institute and the Truman Presidential.
And to be clear, on the May the 12th, the Truman Library normally closes at 5, and for the Citizens of Liberty, it's a night for the Citizens of Liberty, and so we will have special access to the Truman Library as part of America 250. So that's a pretty cool thing.
Yes.
that both
So that's
David
access
Gale.
for all of our citizens. If you're a
Yes.
Liberty citizen, you can go.
Yes,
That's cool.
it is cool. That's
That's
why
very cool.
and David Gale and Councilman Phillips have been working on that, and it's a very neat thing.
Yeah.
And so we need to be highlighting that.
Got some sacred documents. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
that's all.
Just a couple of updates from the Liberty Arts Commission. As you know, Real Liberty Film Festival is coming up January 23rd and 24th, so you can get your tickets online at the City of Liberty website. You can just Google that. Also, there's a new art exhibit at the Stocksdale Gallery at William Jewell College, started today, and it's a collaboration between the nonprofit agency that I work for, Center for Human Services, and the Liberty Arts Commission. The artists are all people that have developmental or intellectual disabilities, and their art is amazing, and it's already up. So come visit between now and March 22nd. at Stocksdale. And that's all I have.
Real quick, just lots of great stuff happening in Liberty. I can't tell you how excited I am about the concert this Friday night. Danny Belcher's a dear friend, and Greg and I have known Danny for close to 40 years, almost. Not quite 40, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
like we met 1987.
That's enough.
87.
You can quit talking anytime.
Yeah. And
I
he
don't
is
know.
super
38 years.
talented, which is surprising that he would want to hang out with Greg and myself. But between now and the next time we meet, we've got that. We've got the film festival, which I'm excited about. I think you probably don't want to talk about it as much because you're worried that you talk too much about it. But I'm super excited about that. It's a great thing that we do. This weekend, the Liberty High School debate team is putting on what may be the biggest tournament in the state annually, and it's I'm not quite as looking forward to judging that, but I am doing that. So lots of great stuff happening in our community as always. That's all I've got.
Great. You guys hit on a lot of what I wanted to accomplish. I just want to go back to the Kansas City agreement that we just passed at the end. There was a time not too long ago where an agreement like that would have been incomprehensible for this city and city of Kansas City. I think it's a testament to leadership over the years in both cities, quite frankly, to be able to get us to the point where, honestly, it sounds like it was, there's always challenges and complications, but, relatively, hey, we need to do this, let's try to work on this and get it done. And so kudos to Ms. McIntyre, and thank you to the city of Kansas City as well for all that. So, thanks.
Nothing additional but gratitude for all the hard work you guys do to make all this happen for us. Thank you.
One question I had is on the Liberty 250. Do we have a website up or anything to where residents can go and look at the activities? I know the Visit Liberty page is getting things out, but depending on how your feeds are on social media, you're not seeing it all the time. And some folks are literally just messaged me the other day, how long has this concert been planned at Second Baptist? And I says, well, I've known about it for about 2 weeks at the time. So I was just curious if we had a website running or about to go live or anything. 'Cause I know there's a lot of talk about a lot of events coming.
I believe it is housed within the Visit Liberty.
Okay.
It's not a separate website.
Okay. Okay, good enough. Other one I wanted to kind of bring up tonight, I know I've gotten the word around to a few folks while trying to figure out more details, but a great gentleman that did a lot for the Arts Commission, helped with the rotating art sculpture, Make Music Day, the China Slaughter reading part, Shane Emmelt passed away on December 22nd. And I'll politely say there's a lot of unknowns to it. But right now, there's no set memorial or anything yet. His daughter is in school up in Chicago, so they're looking possibly at March or April for some sort of a memorial service. Park Lawn North is taking care of him, so you're just keeping an eye on that. As I get more, I'll keep sharing it out like I've been trying to do. But I just wanted to kind of bring that up because Kelly, with what you're doing with the music, the Real Liberty, and what the 250 is coming on, Shane really helped to put a lot of this stuff in motion years ago.
He did, and we just
So-
found out about it just
Yeah.
a couple nights ago
Yeah.
at the Liberty Arts Commission. Could have heard the collective gasp in the
Yeah.
room. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
No, you're good. I just wanted to kind of bring it up since he's had a fun little impact with what we're working on right now.
Yeah.
But that's all I have.
Nothing here.
You want to double dip?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Next Monday, 10 o'clock, Liberty Performing Arts Center, Martin Luther King celebration. And one of the honorees is our own Sergeant Rob Ratcher. Can you name someone better who serves the city of Liberty than Rob Ratcher? So, Monday, 10 o'clock, Liberty Performing Arts Center.
I will be there.
Way to go. That's even better.
So I will see you there, because I'm sure you'll be there.
Yes, sir.
This Friday, big concert, 7:30. It'll be fun. And then we won't meet again before Real Liberty, right?
Right.
No,
Right.
we'll meet the Monday after.
We will
When
not,
is the
yeah.
first movie on that Friday?
First movie on Friday.
Come on, Kelly. Come on, Kelly.
Oh,
Come on.
stop. The second one is Mars Attacks.
No, the time.
Time.
Oh, the time, so sorry. I would have to look that up.
And
I
if people
believe
want
it's
tickets, how do they get tickets?
City of Liberty, Real Liberty.
And can people just show up?
have to buy tickets. Yeah, buy tickets, yeah.
Fair-
And
fair
that
enough.
would, and everyone that buys a ticket gets a swag bag.
Okay, so where exactly again?
6:30 at P&Z Theater, Friday, January 23rd.
Thank you.
Or tickets,
libertymissouri.gov.
libertymissouri.gov.
Yep.
And then on Saturday, it's,
It's 4:30?
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Four.
Mars Attacks, 7 p.m. War of the Worlds.
I have to have this in front
Friday,
of me to remember.
6:30 and 9.
all right, it's fantastic. A lot of great things going. I just want to say thank you to Harold Phillips because he and the staff and everybody that's doing the America 250. It's a lot of work. We were probably there with like 25 people there today. And everybody is working really hard. I mean, everybody but Kurt. No, I said everybody's working really hard but Kurt. No, Claire's working hard. Claire, Bailey, Sarah, Brenda. I mean, they're all in, and they have been. I went to watch some of the rehearsal today with Danny Belcher, and Brenda was there. So, you know, they're working really hard, and you know,
It was awesome.
it takes a lot of, you know, it looks easy when you just like see a schedule that you just think, well, that was easy to put together, but the fact is it takes a lot of time and effort, and the staff has gone above and beyond this year to do that, and Harold has done a great job, and I just want to thank all of them right now. So we'll see everybody on Friday night. We're adjourned.
3-0.